Hey guys, it's Sunday 5:20. Wanted to make a video about this weekend. I've been talking a lot about this weekend because it was the weekend I was coming out to my family. So that happened, and I'm back home now in California. I was up in Oregon. I think I will start with last night at my cousin's wedding. Absolutely beautiful wedding. I was really, really uncomfortable there. My whole family was there with the exception of my brother and his wife and children. I'm not close to my brother at all, so it wasn't weird that I didn't see him. Um, I was really uncomfortable. I felt like a girl in boys' clothes again. I haven't felt that way in a really long time, and I don't know if that was about going by my birth name or being she'd everywhere, or I'm not sure what that was about, but I definitely felt like I used to feel, and I haven't felt that in a long time. So that wasn't good. I was uncomfortable. My partner and I ended up leaving relatively early after the ceremony was over. And so this morning, we went out to breakfast with my uncle, no, with my grandparents and my parents, and then went back to the hotel, and I went and talked to my parents, and I was, not surprisingly, really emotional. And I assured them that I wasn't dying and there was nothing wrong and I wasn't dropping out of school and any of those things. So I had written them a letter. So I just read the letter to them, and I didn't look up at them the entire time I was reading the letter. And when I was done, all three of us were crying, and there was a long, long silence. 3 or 4 minutes of silence, and I just kind of sat there and let them be quiet. And then my mom said, I don't know what to say, and my dad said that he didn't know what to say, and I'm not going to go into great detail everything that was said. The bottom line is that they told me that they loved me and that they would never disown me or anything along those lines. They said I absolutely need to be prepared to never see my brother and my niece again, and that was hard. I was prepared to never see my brother again. There's a lot of issues between he and and I felt like I haven't had a brother in a really long time, but I guess I had thought, but I hadn't allowed myself to think about my niece and losing her. And I'm really sad about that. And so my parents, they kind of did the standard, "Are you sure?" And this is a shock, and all of that. But they assured me that they will remain in my life, and they can't speak about how it is going to be for the rest of my family. My mom said that when I came out to them when I was 15 and I told them that I was gay, my mom went to my entire family and essentially said, "Here's the deal. She's a lesbian, and if you don't accept her, if you cut her out of your life, you're going to cut me out of your life too." And I didn't know that, but she told me today that's what she did. And she said that she won't do that again, that she can't do that with this, that this is much different. So I need to be prepared for that, that the result of my life, my life as a result of this, may look very different in regards to my family, in the sense that we all used to kind of be one big unit, and it might be myself and my partner, my parents coming down, and then my parents doing stuff with the rest of my family. Obviously, I'm hoping after some time, and by time I mean years, that will be different. If it's not, it's not. And what I told them, and what I've really clearly come to the conclusion about, is that I can't control what other people do or other people's choices. What I can control is what I do, and that, and I said this to my parents, that I can tell the truth, and I can be the kind of person that I want to be, and I can live with honesty and integrity. And if people choose to not want to be around me, that's their choice, and I can't change that choice. I can be the kind of person that people want to be around, and I've worked very hard to be that kind of a person, an authentic person, and I will continue to do that, and then other people have to make their choices. So my parents both said that, my mom talked about her feelings, and I talked about understanding that she's going to grieve, and there's all stages of grief, including anger, and that I will do my best to to not be defensive and to be supportive of her while still supporting me. And after about 25 minutes or so, my dad got up and gave me a hug that I've never been hugged like that by him. It was very long and intentional and very loving. And he just kept saying over and over that he loved me and that he loved me and that it would be okay. So I really appreciate that. And I've said before in these videos that my father's the kind of man that I hope to be. And, you know, today that just was solidified for me. And my dad said, we're going to have to change all of our documents, like their will and insurance and all that kind of stuff. And my mom, as we were walking down to check out of the lobby, after like an hour and a half of talking, she said that she should have got to pick my name, and that it's a parent's right. And she kind of laughed and nudged me, and I said, yeah, you know, you probably should have. I said, what would you have picked? And she said, I don't know, something that probably would have kept your initials the same. So there's a lot. There's so much, obviously, that went on and that was said, but that's kind of the gist of it. And the end result is that they know, and it seems to be okay right now. I think this is probably the calm before the storm. I think that this was shock, and I think that they're going to move into anger and into, denial and into sadness and all those stages that everyone, when they're grieving, has to go through. And I think I've been in them as well. I think that the space that I'm in right now is I feel pretty bad. I feel bad that they're home right now and that that they're feeling whatever they're feeling, and so I feel guilty. I feel guilty, and I feel like I've harmed them, and I don't want to harm people that I love. So I'm struggling a little bit with that. On the flip side, I feel a huge sense of relief, and that I feel like I can start taking steps forward. So we'll see how it all ends up working out and where it goes. So I feel like I'm having a hard time putting thoughts together to make a solid sort of a video. So I'll probably just end this, and there might be more updates and more videos later. Okay.